Hey guys, and welcome to the first match between Team Gaea and Team Procrastination, I think. We have PsY StarCraft, as you know on YouTube, as the green Zerg at the 3 o'clock position here on Metalopolis. And we have Frame, the red Protoss, for Team Procrastination, I'm pretty sure, spawning at the 12 o'clock.
Yep, so if you don't know these players, well actually I don't know Frame at all. I recognize him from IRC and that's about it. But PsY is a top 200 Zerg player. He's pretty nice and he's done quite a few commentaries by now. I also did an interview with him and that's actually been posted a few hours ago. So that'll be on our YouTube channel as well. And PsY going to smartly just turn his overlord away once he's scouted this nexus so Frame won't know where he is.
Yep, he'll be sending it, or at least scouting the choke at some point and see what's going to happen. Frame gonna wall off, he's got his pylon down. Not too much else to comment on, but I'll take this time just to talk a little bit as a team captain for RTL. It's been a blast. It's been really fun getting like a group of people together, starting to practice together, having a sense of camaraderie or teamship, that's even a word. So if anyone's interested in joining Season 2, I highly recommend you do so. And PsY is going to be fast expanding.
Yep, a lot of Zergs have felt comfortable just fast expanding in pretty much everything except for ZVZ, and still in some maps on ZVZ. That hatch going down so much faster is, you know, it's so helpful in the late game, in the mid game even. And PsY's just going to take advantage of that. And Frame actually going to fast expand himself.
Yeah, this is unique. I've been hearing a lot about 15 Nexus. I could have put it down 16, not totally sure. I imagine we'll be seeing a forge really quickly. I haven't read any of the Protoss strategy guides. Yep, there's a forge. So he'll be holding off this fast expo with cannons.
Yeah, the problem with this is that it's still kind of difficult because roaches with that increased range mean that they're significantly better against cannons. Yeah, Gateway now going down here for Frame, so he's just going to kind of create a block over here. So his expansion will be a little bit safer, but he still is going to need to worry about those roaches a lot.
Presumably, the cannon is going to hold off just like the early lings, and then for any kind of pressure. And there's a roach warren. You're definitely going to need gateway units out there.
Once again, this is brought to you by the Internet Movie Firearms Database, imfdb.org. It's kind of like, well, the Internet Movie Database except for guns. And it's pretty neat, so definitely check them out. They have offered us the $125 for our prize pool, and yeah, we're definitely grateful for that.
Indeed, as Viqueth was mentioning earlier, the Dolphin Lords are going to take the $100 prize pool, and there's going to be a $25 MVP award that will be awarded based on votes. So if you are a member, team captain, commentator, or if you're me or you, Home, then we're going to be voting a little bit. PsY just getting his economy up, getting a roach out, and a few cannons now going down for Frame.
Yep, Frame just canning up, making sure that he can safely mine at his expansion. A few roaches are on the way. As for the MVP, I would not be surprised if Noggin got it.
Oh yeah, I think that actually that might be who I vote for, making individuals perhaps say things, getting people a little hot-headed. There's a stream of roaches now. And Frame doesn't really have much. Actually, he doesn't have anything other than those cannons to defend. And he only has probes.
Yeah, and the cannon at the front here near the forge is very vulnerable. It can be sniped off by those roaches. And then the roaches are going to have pretty much free reign. They can easily take down the Nexus, or sorry, the forge. PsY needs to do a little bit better job on this, though.
Yeah, looks like he's just clumping up his roaches. He'll be pretty good. Frame has finished his, he just started his warp gate research, so that's really gonna hurt him in the long run. I imagine he should have had that much earlier, but he invested in 4 cannons, so 600 minerals going that way. Roach is now going to peek up again.
Yeah, there's a second cannon and the third one warping in, but the first one is going to go down. Looks like one roach died. There are a few stalkers out, so Frame is he's losing a lot here, but he is going to be able, or PsY is going to be able to take out that forge and then possibly just do a run by.
Very possible, microing some of his roaches back to avoid stalker fire, forcing them away, and then working away that forge. One more volley, down it goes.
Yeah, so now PsY needs to decide what he needs, what he wants to do. There are a few cannons. Looks like he's, Frame doing the smart thing, going to try and block it off, but unfortunately probes aren't very durable at all. So Frame going to try and hold this off, but there's just so many stalkers, and the roaches. Yeah, looks like PsY is going to be possibly backing off.
Yeah, looks like just for the moment. I mean, on the mini-map you can see this giant string of roaches and all this creep spread, letting those roaches get to Frame's base as soon as possible.
The forge being replanted down. Yeah, Frame should not be moving out at all right now. He's very defensive in this position. He cannot be moving out or else he's going to lose everything.
Okay, so PsY now moving, gonna target fire that pylon, which is powering all 5 cannons. Down it goes, and now what's rest is only those stalkers.
Oh, Frame, this is why you need redundant pylons. Oh, I think that this might be GG right here.
Alright, so is new forge just finished making? I don't know if that's the best decision, putting on another cannon. PsY is gonna be able to clean up this nexus, this expansion, without too much trouble, I think.
Yeah, and this is going to leave Frame way behind. So he's barely been mining at all from the expansion anyway. And remember, he pulled those probes to try and block the roaches, and now he only had a single probe mining from this expansion. And it's going to go down now, so PsY is going to be very ahead.
Absolutely. Frame is... No, that's not a complete wall off, but there are going to be about 5 cannons at the front very quickly. These are not warp gates yet. They're still regular gateways, which is a little puzzling. All right, now he's transforming them.
Hey, Absentis, how many pylons are powering this front?
Oh no, there's only one. That could spell disaster.
There are quite a few stalkers though, so it looks like PsY is just going to back off for now. He knows that he has an enormous lead, and pretty much any tech that he goes at this point will win him the game.
You're absolutely right. He hasn't transferred for now. I imagine he knows that he's going to be winning with roaches, or if not winning, doing very well. He'll be choosing his other tech a little later. Stalkers moving out to take a few shots at an Overlord. Not that good of an idea, and Stalkers are going to retreat and get in a little skirmish. PsY does have vision of the high ground, so he's able to take out those cannons.
Yeah, and looking at the supplies here, it's 45 to 102. And just looking at the income, 40 to 27. PsY, definitely, he'd have to be suicidal to lose this game.
PsY coming in to check what's inside Frame's base. Saw, well, just everything that was there, nothing hidden at all. And we've got Tunneling Claws and Burrow, and I imagine that he'll just use that to regenerate his roaches, because he's not going to be able to sneak past those cannons.
Yeah, it does allow for some easier micro in saving your roaches, but I think that this is actually one of the worst tech options that he could have gone for. I think that, Hydras or Mutas would have done pretty well. Nidus would have been great. He's now engaging here. He's going to be able to take down a few of the Stalkers, but yeah, there's just too many of them, and they are pretty fast.
His decision to go roaches, and I've seen, I think every single Zerg versus Protoss I've seen PsY play in the last week or two, it's been all roaches all the time. And it might be a psychological thing, now that they have 4 range. They just believe it, or do they just feel stronger? So that's why they go for it. A Hydra Den going down.
Yeah, Hydras will definitely rip apart these Stalkers of Frame. He's just... okay, there we go. Some redundant pylons finally going to go up. So we will have some insurance against this. PsY now moving in. He's got a lot of roaches there. And yeah, he's going to be able to take this very convincingly.
But yeah, he's just brute forcing his way up the ramp. And even bringing up Overlords to spread creep. Yeah, there's just a handful of stalkers and some cannons, but I don't think there's a match for the roaches. And frame calls, good game.